Yo, welcome back to One to One Podcast with Shy Boy Jimmy, Brenda, and Jay. This your boy Shy Boy Jimmy.
Mac Daddy Brenda.
Yo, what's up? This is Jay.
And we'll be discussing topics, interviewing new artists, and speaking up for the culture. If you're trying to vibe out, like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for this episode. Much love.
Check it out.
Man, how do you really move? Like, how are your emotions in certain situations? I gotta know.
And then before you know it, we was podcasting.
It's like, I don't know, like when I saw him, like it felt like it was the little boy in me crying.
Yo, welcome back to One Podcast with Shy Boy Jimmy, Brenda, and Jay. This your boy Shy Boy Jimmy. That's Jay, and this is Brenda. We got our boy Ricky in the studio with us today, and we got a topic for y'all. So right now we're gonna watch a clip from 1970s. It's the Black American singles talking about relationships in the 1970s, and we're gonna get a reaction on to see how we feel about that, and also try to compare that to 2025. So without further ado, let's watch the clip.
I think that what's happening in America as far as black men, black women is concerned is that there's a revolution within a revolution. We are fighting our own woman. Our woman will not allow us to emerge as black men. No. But our black women, who has been put in this role of aiding white America, white structure, and castrating the black male, has continued doing this. She cannot live with us. It's not that we can't live with her.
Are you blaming us? Are you saying that it's our fault?
Damn, that was kind of...
No, I'm not blaming black America women. I just said that I'm blaming the system. They are victims of the system like the black male.
Well, why do you say that we are castrating you? You say that you want to be the leaders. Okay. Well, what about the black professional woman? Are you saying that there should be no black professional woman? Are you trying to deny black women the right to be creative, the right to function?
We're not asking for you to take a back seat. We're saying that you have got to be astute enough and can view the situation well enough where you just automatically know what your role is and step back. And whenever you want to have that aggressive thing, this is the
That's
thing
a man
that
talking?
young
Yeah.
black man today is not going to tolerate. My old man tolerated it because his old man tolerated it. Came up for years and years and years. But today, the young black man is not going to take it. He's going to be out there as a leader. White America has used black women to keep the black male in his place. And you're still aiding him by saying, well, we are qualified, we want to work, we can help.
Oh, wait a minute.
These niggas tripping.
All right,
Like,
so
they high.
let's go around, try to get like
The 70s, I know it was a lot
Wait,
of
y'all
good
go
weed,
first.
good drugs down
Let's go
there.
around and get like a
Tripping.
quick little interpretation what y'all think this is.
Hello? Okay.
Hello.
You wanna
Go
go
ahead.
first?
You go first.
Me? I just feel like at first I was trying to hear him out and hear what he was trying to say before I made a response or anything or remark or anything, and I comprehended perfectly or properly. But I just feel like the last guy, and then I feel like the guy in the blue shirt was starting to say something different than what the last guy said, and then like the last guy switched his thought process and made him turn into like a whole different. Like they wasn't on the same. They wasn't on the same number line, or like they wasn't on the same frequency. They was thinking two different thoughts, but then by the end, all the guys was basically thinking the same thing. So I just feel like he was trying to say like women are supposed to be his partner and like help him get through certain things. But then by the end, they was basically saying women shouldn't be working, women shouldn't be doing what they want to do. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, why not? But I ain't trying to be disrespectful because everybody entitled to their own opinion. But that was just kind of like silly to me because like you saying that the black woman is actually working with the white man to keep the black man down, and I feel like how the fuck is that? Like what do you mean by that? Because like how? If anything, the black woman is uplifting us when ain't nobody else doing it. So like I don't know. But that's like I said, that's 1970. So like it's a lot of stuff that was kind of different back then. But still, it's just the
Do
fact
you
that
feel
like
like black men have that, like, think like that now, though? Do y'all
Some
feel,
black men
not
do.
y'all, but like,
Yeah, no, I was raised by black women, so I'm gonna always protect and honor them. I feel like that was real, like crazy, because it's just like you can't blame a systematic whatever, like in a certain degree, like yes, the system is like against us and everything, but like what I've seen black women do for black men is not like nothing that he talking about, and it's just like don't try to put your shortcomings on how you was treating, because it's just like again, it's like this crab in a bucket thing. It kind of reminded me of I remember y'all seen that Cam Newton when he was talking to that doctor and she ate his ass up. Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck that just reminded me of. It's just like, bro, you sound dumb, G. Like,
So
just man up.
Well, what I want to know, where was this at? Like, what city? and stuff. Like I don't think this down south. This sounded probably
Do
like
you
north.
say that
I would assume this is north because they don't have like no southern accent or nothing. But I just brought up. I'm thinking like the mindset of like the South is like different. Like they're more like family orientated. Like the way they treat each other is probably with more of a friendlier vibe, more like partnership in the South back then versus like.
I don't think so.
No, but the
I
South
feel,
is
I feel like
crazy. They
more
was
so
really
in the
good.
Hold on,
South.
let him finish.
Yeah.
I was saying like it's 1970. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
It might make a difference in their opinion of what they might view, but also like this also 1970s. It's like right after the civil rights movement, women's rights just became a thing, and then he was kind of right in the sense of the white man has been kind of playing the black family household against each other in around this time, the 1970s. You know, when you had like the drug, what do they call it?
The crack epidemic.
Drug war.
Yeah, drug war, crack
War on
epidemic.
drugs.
Yeah, what are they, welfare and stuff. So it was kind of separated the household. Now what they're talking about, I don't get that. It's not like
How do you
trying
feel
to
like
say,
it separated the household though? Like, how do you feel like the war,
warfare? Or
the drug epidemic, like?
well, all right. So they put drugs in the projects or hood where black people live mainly. Black people sold this. It's also documented like the government did put it there.
Yeah.
So now they're arresting the black men, and then they come out with different laws saying, okay, 3 strike rule, right? 3 times getting arrested, even for a petty drug case, locked up for what, I don't know.
I think it was life.
It was life.
It was life.
Okay.
Life. Then you got to welfare, where they're saying, okay, single moms could have welfare and like,
But can't have a man.
if you
dad in the
have a
house.
man in
Yeah.
the household. I don't think you have to be
Those
married.
still,
you know?
that's still like a thing though.
Yeah, that's still a
Right.
thing now.
That's still a thing.
So but I'm saying that, especially during this time where black people just started getting equal rights, but still wasn't equal, separated a lot of stuff because you got poor black Americans trying to survive. So they're selling drugs and they're separating households. So it is kind of true in that sense, but the way they're trying to make it seem like women need to fall into a traditional role moving forward, which I don't think that's right, but that's 1972, so a lot of stuff just changed. So
Go ahead, Brandon.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I need to watch more context. I feel like it didn't give me enough.
There is a part 2. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that didn't give me enough.
I can't make it bigger.
okay,
His
how
line
are you
is
going
terrible,
to
though.
reprogram men so that they don't let us take over what's supposed to be their responsibility? And men that I have had dealings with, they are perfectly willing to sit back and let us do anything we want to.
I don't think that you have to reprogram men. I think you have to reprogram women.
No, you have
What?
to reprogram the man so that he will forcefully take what belongs to him, because you know women, as long as we can get, we're gonna get, and it's part of our being. We're going to do anything to you that you let us, whether we want to or not.
You don't want to live on the level of income that I can afford you and love me on the basis of that. You want to always be aspiring to have all those things that's a part of the great middle class white American society.
Motherfucker can't want a better life.
Yeah.
God damn.
You are not a man.
oh
I
shit.
don't measure
Yeah.
a man by how much money he can bring home. I measure a man by how he treats me. Whether
Yeah, that's
I'm
right,
tired,
sister. Tell him.
I'm sick,
Okay.
And I'm scared. He's there.
Okay,
on.
so I
You-
kind of, I was with him until he didn't want them to. he didn't want to be George Jefferson. He didn't want to move on up. I do feel like when he said like you do have to change your mindset, because I do feel like sometimes, and I can admit this as black women, that we emasculate black men. So I can admit that sometimes we can talk down, but I also feel like it goes back to the household. We are what we were brought up to be. Like, a lot of black women were brought up in single parent households where it was just like, don't depend on the man to do anything. So I feel like, and I always speak about this a lot of times, being like, I had a brother, and my brother was always treated different. Like, even like now when women get pregnant, they automatically king their son, and I'm just like, why the fuck is he not a prince yet? So like, from a young age, I feel like little black boys feel like they had to be the man of the house and the single woman. Like, even when I was dating my youngest son dad, he was just like, I'm the man of the house. I'm like, nigga, no, you're not. Like, you know, I'm like, you spitting bills, you doing all this, like, you're not the man of the house. But I feel like we instill this on little boys who we have to tell to take out the fucking trash. So now they do have a king mindset, but they were never brought up to be a fucking king. Like, you still in a prince form. So I do understand, like, sometimes and I hate to say this, like sometimes I do blame it on our moms, because it's just like in the sense of like how they bring their sons up versus how they bring their daughters up. We do bring our daughters up to not ever depend on a man, but we also instill in a woman, you have to get married. So it's just like, it's like you clashing the two, because it's just like now you think you better than a fucking man, but like, not saying that you're not better than a man, but like we got men who were kings since they were fucking been in the womb, so like they do think they're a fucking king because that's what their mom said to them, but like they were never like properly trained to fucking be a man, because it's not. And I blame the dads too for like, I blame the dads too for not being there for their fucking sons, because like now I'm a firm believer that you can groom a little boy to be respectful. You can't teach a woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. Like I can groom you to open doors and make sure you're on this side of the street, but I can't teach you like what it is to really be a fucking man. Like so like I get what he was saying, but like no, like women, we do want more. So like I'm not finna sit in this lower class because you don't know how to get it, how you get it, like, when I know I can do that. So like I feel like it goes on both ends.
Yeah, I agree with you on certain points. I just feel like if she wants more for herself, and then like she actually introduced something to you, and then you can take that and I'll grow and become something from that, then you should do it. Like you cannot be upset with her because she wants to grow from what she at. Just like the movie Fences, like they basically you seen that? Yeah, like how they was just basically in the same spot for what she said, like and 17 years or 20 years or something. And he's saying like because he missed playing baseball, he didn't never go nowhere, and I've been standing in the same spot. And she like, I've been standing with you, but I feel like she what you gonna say?
Do you? No, I want you to continue.
I was like, they been standing in the same spot for over like 20 years or whatever, and she was letting him know that she been standing with him because she support him and all that he do, but he wasn't supporting her. And I feel like she wanted to grow as well. So I just feel like as a couple, y'all supposed to grow and evolve. But I feel like the way he was talking, as if like he was upset that she gave him the idea instead of him coming up with the idea for himself, and now he don't want to do it.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know if y'all saw the Kev on stage. He went on the Breakfast Club. He went on something
about the wife helping him.
Yeah, and I feel like that be the like sometimes I do, like I can say sometimes I get a little feisty, so like, and I feel like the problem in the Black community, we don't know how to effectively communicate. Sometimes like we talk at each other,
it's that so
like and I tell people all the time, once you talk at somebody, their ears fucking close altogether. So it's just like we can approach a man to be like, I want to do this, but like now it's just like, nigga, you da da da, and then just like now this man, like they feel like, man, y'all are ego driven. Y'all are so I feel like once y'all ego get bruised, y'all like, fuck this, like this bitch got me fucked up, you know. So I feel like sometimes as a woman, like you do have to learn how to, even if we got to be the change. Like our mama, like I just told somebody this, like I don't want to grow up to be like my mom, because my mom is a stay-at-home fucking wife, but she's an angry ass fucking lady, and I'm just like, damn girl, like my daddy literally paid every fucking bill in that house, but I'm just like, the way you talk to him be a little crazy, and I'm just like, damn, but like they 25 years in, so he used to it. But I'm just like, if that man was to leave you, you wouldn't get another fucking man, because like, yo, you a little entitled now. And I'm just like, this man is a hard-working fucking man. Like, yeah, he got his little fuck ups, but you do motherfucking too. So I feel like sometimes our approach be so crazy that a man shuts down. But even vice versa with men, talking to women, sometimes like when women feel like y'all look grown ups, now we like, this ain't got me, like I'm a grown lady. So I feel like we really in this look, we had but needs, because everybody need fucking therapy. We all need to get out of our what we saw growing up, because this go back to our mamas, our grandparents, our great grandparents. Like you got to break that shit. So like I get what I don't get stand. But I feel like even like if a man like wanted, like when I mentioned the Kev on stage, she supported him. She didn't say like, no, this shit is stupid as fuck. She was just like, nah, incorporate that, but still pay these fucking bills. So she didn't like bash him in it. She supported him, but made sure like they kept like progressing up. Like she never said like, no, that's stupid as fuck, like you want to be a fucking comedian. Like she was just like, no, get a job, but like then at night I need to see what the money is coming in before like we can fully invest in it.
You know what I think though? Going back to like, that was 1970, and like time before that, a lot of stuff was way different. Yeah. I think what made traditional relationships work previous to 1970 was like everything was so simple. Like it was cut and dry. You graduate high school, get a trade or go to college, get a wife, get a family, and it was simple. You know, it wasn't all these options that kind of distracted people, and traditional roles were pretty much straightforward. Yeah, so you didn't have like my wife might become a CEO if she stayed in school for 12 more years and do this stuff, or my husband might, you know, want to take time off to be a rapper or some shit. You know, it was just like, nah, nigga, you finna go to this factory and make $25 an hour and live the rest of your life.
Just like your daddy did.
Yeah,
that's a fact. And we gonna stay here, and this money gonna be consistent
But
for the rest of our life. Yeah.
See,
Pork chops on Mondays.
once you get to more people have more options. Like now, people are going to college all the time. You graduate high school. Before that was just like a thing. You just had money. You just wanted to go, or you might just be.
Especially now, because the motherfucker can just sit in front of his computer screen, just stream
bro.
all day, just sell crypto, all types of shit.
It's so much stuff that push you out of like attention.
Ain't no
to being
traditional nothing.
Yeah, like so like it's I don't know. I see like the point where they're making, but it's like I guess at that time shit was being so progressive that of course a woman's not gonna want to stay in the same role.
I feel like at that time the men felt like these bitches is really better than us. That's what it was given.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, something, Steve?
Oh no, I was just saying we have 15. But generally, I mean, in my opinion, I would say that the both sides seem to lack empathy in terms of like what the other side is dealing with. You gotta, if you think about it, like the context today is way different than it was back then. Like James has been railing on. If it's the 70s, you gotta imagine like, I mean, it's hard to be a black woman at that time, but it's really hard to be a black man at that time. So for him to say like, oh, I want you to be like the supporting cast member in this situation is not out of spite or hatred. I feel like it's
hard out here.
It's out of like necessity. Like, if he's going to be the main income earner, or at least that's what his parents raised him to do, even though now it's opportunities for women, he wasn't raised to have a woman take care of him.
True.
So that's where the empathy has to come in. But she's like, my mama raised me to take care of my damn self. So then it's like an imbalance. So they would have to figure that out. Nowadays, it's less so.
I just feel like
nowadays, I'm sorry, I feel like it's still like that though.
Yeah, sometimes it is something like that, but sometimes it's not. It could be like he take care of her, well, she take care of the house, whatever. I think this day and age, everybody should have the sense of like the knowledge of self-care and like taking care of themselves, but like it is a fact that like it is a possibility that like some women take care of the household, some men take care of the household. But I feel like when it comes to that, I think like that's you're not compatible with that person. I feel like you have to understand what y'all need to have conversations, proper communication, and like support each other. And if y'all cannot do those three things, then it's like it's not your person. You're not compatible. Like I feel like when it comes to that, they just. Oh no! I want to see exactly I think it's a documentary, the whole thing. But I feel like when it comes down to it, you just actually understand like where they was at in that time and space.
See, back then, like looking at this, like equal pay was a thing where they were still improving. And then even I just found out like last year, like that women couldn't get a credit card with their husband's permission until like the 70s.
Yeah, they had
late 70s, like almost 80s. So
card,
like my mama was about to go to college and she couldn't get a credit card without a man's permission or like parents or
husband,
parents or whatever. But I didn't know that. I'm just like, see, it's so many things that were changed that made it like, okay, the family household doesn't need to stay together for you guys to survive. And like I think, like he said, like trying to put that together, like okay, I got opportunity to do something else because I'm raised in a different generation versus how my parents were. Like, yo, we had to stay together or we weren't gonna make it.
Yeah, and now that's why a lot of the parents that like had kids 20, 30, 40 years ago, they get divorced because they weren't staying married because they were compatible. They were staying married because it was a necessity. They had kids. Maybe they started off compatible, but life came up and they wasn't able to grow together. Like I'm speaking from the story of my parents, right? If I see my dad in that guy, but my dad was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s, and his granddad loved my grandma, he loved my mom, but now they're getting divorced because they fell out of love.
No, that's real shit. So
yeah, I just feel like it's crazy. I be wanting sometimes to like go back in time and like have those conversations with them like, during that time. Because even like now, if we was to meet this guy or like this woman, it's 2025, so I feel like hopefully they evolved and like they thought process might have changed. But then like actually being in those rooms and actually understanding from this mindset that I have now, it would be kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, I say that all the time too. I'll be like, because when you really think about it, like we did have traditional, like our grandma, like we live with our grandma. They never worked, they did none of that. And I used to be like, when people always had that conversation, like Our grandparents said it. I'm like, your grandma was in the house getting beat, and now she,
Fuck up.
now
Oh my goodness.
But like on some very real
But
life
that's
shit,
it,
a lot
yeah.
of our
Shit.
grandparents were getting beat by their fucking husbands. I'm just like, now
Mm-hmm.
she under the ground, and y'all done buried that lady next to that man who she
They
fucking
had
hate.
a great
So,
life.
yeah,
She
and
hated that
I'm like,
shit.
they never love. I'm like, y'all always try to be like, well, how did our grandparents stay together for so long? And I'm just like, that ain't no good fucking conversation, because I'm just like, most of the time, our
They
grandma,
dealt with that shit.
they just dealt with. They was getting beat, all type of shit, and now y'all done married. I be like, I don't never want to be married next to no nigga for the rest of my life, and I hated this nigga because like we didn't exude that to the world. Y'all just thought we had this happy go lucky life. No,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Y'all have anything y'all want to add before I get up out of here?
this was a good one. I like this one.
I like this one. Yeah, it was
We
cool.
gotta bring this one back.
Bring it
Yeah.
back. We're gonna bring it back when we talk about the other one that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
What?
share, subscribe.
All that good
follow us
stuff.
on
Wait,
Instagram,
shout out to
everything.
our guest Ricky for coming through today with us, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Steve from the producer box doing his thing. All right, go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe, follow us, man. If y'all got anything to add in the comments, man, just leave a comment. Let us know what y'all think about the topic.
We here every week dropping knowledge, interviewing new artists, and speaking up for the culture.
Catch us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts to never miss an episode. And make sure to keep the conversation going. Leave your thoughts in the comments or hit us up on social media at WTW Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah, man. Stay blessed, stay 100, and you're gonna catch us next time on 1-to-1 podcast.